In today's video, I will be using this empty dental floss housing because honestly, what could I possibly make with it? And I will also be using a binder clip. Do you need a place to store your sewing pins? Keep watching. Are toothbrushes just for brushing your chops? And what about cleaning techniques? How do you clean larger surfaces quickly and easily? If you tube in till the very end, I'll show you my most valuable tool that I use at home. This is my corner shelf organizer in my bathroom. I'm a simple girl, and I'm going to show you something so simple, you're going to say to yourself, now, why didn't I think of that? I have an aversion to squeezing toothpaste onto toothbrush. I was able to fix the problem, however, just slightly, but this is what I did. I took a small binder clip, hint dollar store, then I clamped it onto the thin horizontal rail of the shelf. So easy, so simple. And then I got the toothpaste, opened the clamp, and inserted the tube right between the clamp and the rail. The tube of toothpaste suspended from the shelf rail provides easy squeezing. It remains in the same spot all the time, so I don't have to pick it up and then put it back down again. It's easy to use, so there's less stress on my hands, and I just squeeze and brush. So check this out, guys. I use this baby wipe dispenser and refill it with this. At the time I purchased it, which was many years ago, the wipes were sold within the dispenser. They don't seem to sell it like that anymore at the Walmarts, at least the Walmarts that I check out. So I just buy the refills and place them inside. I buy the refills for myself because I don't have any babies. My babies are all grown adults. I'm glad I saved it though because I don't have to listen to this every time I reach for a wipe. I just push, grab, and close, push, grab, and close. So here I bought a new bottle of shampoo, right? But wouldn't you know it, the pump wouldn't work. I couldn't take it back to the store because it was a while sitting in my closet and I didn't believe I would find the receipt. But luckily, I had an empty bottle of conditioner. So I threw away that useless pump and placed the cap from that conditioner onto the shampoo bottle. And voila, problem solved. Don't let small things stress you out. I always keep a wrench in my kitchen because sometimes, for me, these large water bottles are a challenge to open. So I grab my wrench. There's no point straining to open a too tight cap if I'm only going to end up with a sprained wrist. How I clean certain large surfaces at home the fast and easy way. I hope this video helps you. This is a queen size mattress and it's due for its intermittent clean. This is what I do to ensure a thorough clean. First, take masking tape and run it up and down along the middle. Next, continue in the middle, running the tape across the bed. You will now end up with a large T. So I'm just sectioning off this into 4 quadrants. This should allow for even cleaning. So now I'm coloring the tape for easier visual. And so now I have 4 sections, 2 upper and 2 lower. I can choose where to start and not become confused as to where I started and where I left off. One section, it's so much more easy to clean. And then the second section, and then I'll go over here and clean this section, and then go up there and clean that section. It just makes it so much easier, right? And then starting from the bottom, I will just, because you know where you're going at, right? You can just do like this, back, back again, back again. Whichever way, right? So just easy, and then you can move on up to the next section. Now, if you're someone like me who prefers not to see a good thing go to waste, here is another method using only two smaller pieces of tape. I'm going to first remove some to demonstrate. You can cut. Just use it like this. Yeah, Jim. Let's get this. We'll remove this one. And we'll remove this one. See what I mean? Waste. So you start with one in the center, and the other one across, and one across. And after you've done this lower end, you can take this one off and then go over to the other side. Like this. This is the opposite side. We've just done that side over there. Clean this side second. And then you remove the bottom one here. And you remove the bottom one. And remove it from down here. And you place it at the top. You place it like this. And you do your upper left corner. And then you take this one off. And you put this one on the other side. So that now you're doing your upper right corner. Like that. Start at any space and work your way around the mattress to the final corner. It is far easier and faster to use the T method rather than the L method if waste is not an issue for you. But in the end, either method is better than nothing. It's hard cleaning the whole mattress without a guide of some sort. Okay, let's move on to the next one. This one is interesting. It's the dental floss unit. It's simple but important when marketed for its intended use. But what happens when it's all used up? What's this piece of plastic good for? Okay, so when we first open this cute unit, we see the cap, which to me resembles an ear. Then when we next unfold the unit further, we see the components. Two posts, one on either side, the spindle on which the floss is wound, and a silver floss cutter above on the right. If you've already picked up on my idea, good thinking. If not, please don't worry. I would rather it be a surprise because hopefully I can amaze you. Instead of throwing this unit into the plastic graveyard, I'm going to reuse it as a part of my traveling sewing kit. Keep watching. It's a simple and extremely practical idea for everyday, ordinary use. So now I'm simply winding blue thread around the spindle. Next, I'm placing the spindle on the larger post located on the right side just below the floss cutter, now the thread cutter. I didn't read the manufacturer's guide, I just tinkered with the unit as I always do to get an understanding of the workings of the unit. Keep a small length of tail, I would say about 1.5 inches or 3.81 centimeters. Metric, yuck. If I close this unit, you will see this small opening, which I forgot to mention earlier. This pinhole is like the eye of a needle. It is where the floss or the thread is pulled and then cut by the cutter. See how simple and fast this was to do? Now place your spindle so that it sits around the post. Now bring the thread around so that it passes into this little channel here. Can you see it here? Let me show you again. I will use the tip of my pencil to indicate better because it is a very small spot. I'm going to close the unit now. See how the thread fits into the hole? Finally, bring the thread around and under the cutter. You can now cut your thread. Great, so now I can add this to my sewing kit for quick emergency mending wherever I go. Do you remember this? I'm going to tear it off. And hopefully I get no glue on it. No, there's glue on it. Okay, what do we do with this? So I've taken it off. Okay, peel that off. So normally when you get this in the bag, in that little pouch, it comes up like this. It's like this. But I've turned it upside down for this one. So, and I put magnet in the bottom so that you can open it like this. So with this magnet, with these magnets inside, I thought you could reuse this because I sew, so I can keep my pins in this if I go somewhere. But these magnets alone, I thought that this would be able to hold the pins in, and that because it's magnet, right? But it doesn't hold them in. So I said, oh shucks, it doesn't work. It holds. It doesn't work. It doesn't very like two pins it holds. But and there is a but. I had this. You can get it at Walmart. You can get it at Walmart for about, I think it was about $3 something I paid for it. It's quite inexpensive. Now with the economy being what it is, I'm sure it's going to cost more. This is actually a sewing guide to keep you in line, but I don't use it. It doesn't really work that well for me. But anyway, if I do this, it doesn't come off, it doesn't fall, right? And you could take it with you. See what I mean? I just love it. Oh, one fell. See? But here's what, and you can leave it sitting up like that because it gives it like a little bit of a height. See, it's a height. So what I wanted to do was to make a cover for it. I have some plastic that I save. Like I told you, I save a lot of stuff, guys. I know. I save a lot of stuff. I have, and when I say I save a lot of stuff, I don't mean I save like tons and tons of stuff, right? I don't save every single thing, but I do look and I say, oh my God, that'll come in handy, see? Say I'm gonna make something, I'm gonna sew something. I can make the outline of this, right? Or I found this, I make a butterfly outline. I save these things. Yeah, I do. I know I do. If I want a certain size, because like I said, I sew, I can make this perfect rectangle of this size. Okay, that's what I like to do. And so this is where I found this. I found this in there. I don't have the proper tool to cut this. So I do have these I bought a while ago from a dollar store. They are ID pockets. I guess you call them like an ID pocket. So I can use it to stick on here. And that's what I'm going to do. I don't know if I have enough space for it. Yeah. Okay, so, I'm going to outline it and then cut it.
So I was able to cut the ID pockets with a regular scissors.
I wasn't able to get perfectly rounded corners, and so I snipped the corners all on an angle. I like that look anyway. And so the plastic will be cut at the corners and applied onto the baby wipes snap lock lids in this manner.
Let's see if I can get it where I was supposed to go. Like this. Right.
This was an easy project. It was the hardest part of it was doing the or cutting the plastic. So I've adhered the plastic to the lid off camera. I was tired. The plastic is secure now. I use double-sided tape to adhere it to the outside lid. And of course, it is transparent and you could see the contents.
So
But now you can add to it or put in it whatever it is you want.
Put it up like this.
For those of you who have not used double-sided tape before, this is a slim double-sided tape from the dollar store. First, peel the tape from the roll and then apply it to the lid on all four sides. Then you trim the excess. Then remove the top backing paper, and then lastly, apply the already cut plastic transparent cover and then press down. And voila! I now have a useful repurposed snap lock lid, and with its plastic cover, my contents will remain secured. The nice thing about it also is that it is small enough to fit in any purse or bag. Just think about it. Now I have a cute little snap lock lid that I can use for a variety of things. It's nice to have the chance to reuse so many everyday ordinary things, as well as using things for purposes other than what they were intended for. And as promised, I am going to tell you the one tool I can't do without. I use the word tool for lack of a more precise definition. The tool I can't do without is the masking tape, which I use for a great many things. What tool can you not do without? Jot it down in the comments. Clever ideas, home hacks, and feel good ideas every week on Domestic Mix.